Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. Welcome to the home of the Toronto Raptors, a great venue for basketball. Now, here's Barrett. Pass to Poeltl. Barnes outside. Just 3 to shoot. Screen by Poeltl. Barnes can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier process.
It's good.
And this is Ingram's bread and butter, a terrific mid-range shooter who looks to score from there often.
Back to Suggs. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Off target from outside. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. Ingram right side. To the inside. Poeltl's shot is off.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Carter right side. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. No good with the triple. It's Barrett on the wing. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Hits it from 3-point range. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Now, here's Wagner. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Spoke earlier with Darko Rajakovic. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Making a change here. And here is Quickly. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. To the middle. Here's Boucher. Makes it off the glass.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Isaac a screen. Here's Banchero. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Carter, that's good.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr., a tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270, all right? Top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the 3. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
Here's Banchero. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Ingram outside. Over Banchero. Carter pulls it in. Orlando leading. Banchero looking around. And the foul on Jacoby Walter. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That's tipped. Isaac outside. Misses the three. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
19 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Barnes. Still scoreless. With 2 seconds left. He can't hit that time. Paolo Banchero getting it done for Orlando. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific.
The Magic, 12.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Carter outside. There's Wagner with the three. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Banchero left side. Pass to Isaac. Carter outside. Kicks it out to Banchero. Over in the corner, Isaac. Back to Banchero. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Isaac touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Shed. Nothing on the board.
Hey, yo, right here.
Now Barnes. No good there. Good work defensively by Carter. Wagner from long range. And they will call over the back on the play. And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster's different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
Back to Carter. Shoots from the right block. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Shed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
His second personal foul.
That's on Jonathan Isaac. The Raptors shooting their first free throws in the game.
2 shots.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round, but it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Ingram right side. True on the 14-footer. Ingram's got 10 points in the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Takes a step back. Here's Banchero. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Carter with the screen. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. That 3 off the mark. Ingram right side. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Six to shoot from downtown. The shot, no good. The Magic trailed by 3. Wagner on the wing. Isaac outside. Here's Suggs. Sinks the 3-pointer.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And Toronto has possession. It's Barrett on the wing. Ingram outside. High post shot. Rebounded by Isaac. Wagner outside. Here's Banchero. Here's Suggs. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
For 3.
Oh, terrific move offensively from Suggs. He is locked in on that shot and finishes.
Screen by Pirtle. And here's Ingram from the arc. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Wagner with it. Isaac outside. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Barrett wide open. He fires. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Nice looking shot there from Barrett. You can tell he's confident when he's shooting the ball.
Wagner. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Takes the 3. And it's Banchero missing. Ingram outside. He gets it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Magic trail by 3. Dan, I look at your list of players you've coached, some incredible scores along the way, including Brandon Ingram. Let's zero in on him. What makes him so good?
Well, Kevin, look, when you've got Brandon Ingram's size and then you have the ability to get where you want to go on the floor and you can just get to that spot and rise up above people and knock down shots, you're virtually impossible to stop one-on-one, and that's what Brandon Ingram has.
What a talent. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Wagner outside. Back to Banchero. Isaac a screen. And Carter has it in the corner. Shoots a three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Quickly with it. Picked up by Suggs. And he gets the bucket.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Banchero up top. 15 points in the game. Here's Carter. Pirtle with the double team. Here's Banchero. Off target from three-point range. Here's Ingram. Sweet little floater. Ingram's got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors.
And this is what Ingram can do for you. Make a variety of shots over the course of a game. Tonight, he has been unstoppable.
Back to Suggs. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Raptors leading by 6. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Raptors making a switch here. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just, excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Pass to Banchero. A three-pointer is right on target. Banchero's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Orlando. And here's Barrett. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
And he can't hit the second. The Magic trail by 4. Pass to Banchero. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. From outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Diggs got his first 3 points of the game.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Teams changing it up here. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Shed. Ingram outside. Boucher the screen. On the wing. And it's Ingram missing. The Magic trail by 4. Down low. And it's Ingram with the rebound. From 18 feet away. And the Raptors miss again. There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Tipped away. Dick with the steal. Fires the three. Rebounded by Anthony. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Here's Bitadze. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Bitadze's got his first 2 points. Now here's Ingram. 15 points in the game. And the basket is good. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The three from Anthony. Not going to go that time. The third quarter comes to a close. The Raptors out in front, up by 4. Don't go. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Shed. Inside. Pass to Mobo. Here's Walter. And a miss there on the triple. There's Wagner with the 3. Good on the triple. Wagner's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Magic.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Isaac left side to tie it up. And it's Wagner missing. Raptors with the lead. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Castleton. Here's Abaji. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Carter with the screen. Back to Wagner. Here's Isaac. And he drives in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what an energetic drive by Isaac, fighting through the foul there to get the shot.
And both free throws good for Isaac. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
If you want the t-shirt, I need to hear you at your very loudest.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Got a chance to listen in on Darko Rajakovic during the huddle. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And Pirtle has it in the corner. And the Raptors miss again. Orlando trailing here. To the paint. Here's Wagner. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Can't do this against Ingram. He's good at seeking out contact and finding ways to get to the line.
Both free throws good for Ingram.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
To the middle is Bitadze, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Wagner missing. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
And that one's good, Ingram.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes that.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Kicks it out to Wagner. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Pass to Wagner. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Banchero. Rebound by the Raptors. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Barrett gets it to go.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And here is Quickly. The kick out to Barnes. Three-pointer. And it's Quickly missing. The Magic trailed by 7.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And that's just some good old-fashioned bully ball from Banchero. Just a physical force.
And it's quickly in the corner. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Banchero. Oh, good on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Barrett. Drives to the hoop.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
The shot's good from Carter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his 4th personal foul. Second team foul. In for command.
Ingram outside. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. So it's Toronto winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.